Hello everyone, myself Bhakti Khandekar from Group 102, and here we all will present a short info on International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. ICESR. The International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights is a multilateral treaty adopted by the United Nations General Assembly on 16 December 1966 and came in force from 3 January 1976. It commits its parties to work towards the granting of economic, social, and cultural rights to the non self governing and trust territories and individuals, including labor rights, rights to health, right to education, and right to an adequate standard of living. As of July 2020, the Covenant has 171 parties. A further four countries, including the United States, have signed but not ratified the Covenant. The ICESR is part of International Bill of Human Rights along with the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, including the latter first and second optional protocols. The Covenant is monitored by the UN Committee on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. It follows the structure of UDHR and the ICCPR with a preamble and 31 articles divided into five parts. Part 1. It recognizes the right of all people to self determination, including the right to freely determine their political status, pursue their economic, social, and cultural goals, and manage and dispose of their own resources. It recognizes the negative right of people not to be deprived of its means of subsistence and imposes an obligation on those parties still responsible for non self governing and trust territories to encourage and respect their self determination. So, this is the end of my topic, and the next will be continued by my friend Bhavika.
My name is Bhavika Paryani and I am from Group 102, and here our topic is International Convention on Economic, Social and Cultural Right that was adopted and open for a signature, ratification and accession by a General Assembly Revolution 2020 228 of 16 December 1966, entry into the force of 3 January 1976 in accordance with the Article 27. Here I will discuss about the topic part 4. So in part 4 the articles are article number 18. First of all is that in article 18 we will discuss that pursuant to its responsibilities under the character of the United Nations in the field of human rights and fundamental freedom, the Economic and Social Council may make arrangement with the specialized agencies in respect to the reporting it on the progress made in achieving the observations to the provisions of the present convenient failing with the scope of their activities. These reports may include particulars of decision recommendation on such implementation adopted by the competent organs. Article 19. The Economic and Social Council may transmit to any Commission on Human Rights for study and general recommendation on as appropriate for information the reports concerning human rights submitted by state in accordance with the Article 16 and 17, and those connecting human rights submitted by the specialized agencies in the accordance with the Article 18. Article 20. The state parties in the present community specialized agencies concerned with the Economic and Social Council on the general recommendation under Article 19 references to a such general recommendation Commission on Human Rights on any documentation referred to there. Article 21. The Economic and Social Council may submit for time to time to the General Assembly reports with recommendations of a general nature and summary of the information received from the state parties to the present convenient and the specialized agencies on the measures taken and progress made in achieving and general observance of the right to the convenient. Article 22. The Economic and Social Council may bring to the attention of other organs of the United Nations, the subsidiary organs and the specialized agencies such bodies in deciding each within in the field of competence the admissibility international measures likely to contribute the effective progressive implementation the present convenient. Article 23. The states parties to the present convenient agree that international actions and for the achievement of the rights recognized as present convenient includes such as methods of the conclusion of conveniences, the adoption of recommendations, the furnishers of technical assistance and the holding of regional meeting and technical meeting for the purpose of consultant and the study organized in the junction with the government concerns. And the article 4. 24. Nothing in the present convenience shall be interrupted as impairing the provision of the character of the United Nations of the Constitution of the specialized agency with the various organs of the United Nations and the specialized agencies in regard to the matters deals with the present convenient. And the last is the Article 25. Nothing in the present convenience shall be interrupted as the impairing the inherent right of all the peoples to enjoy and utilize fully and freely with the natural wealth and resources. Thank you, and my further topic will be explained by my friend Ellen.
Hi guys, I'm Sebastian from Medical Faculty 102, and I'll be talking about International Convention on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights. And I'll start with my topic. Well, let's start with the basic topic that is like Article 6, that is the right to work. So, the right to work states that it's a state that does not require any union membership as a condition of employment in other state. A person applying for a job where employees are ununionized could be required to join a union as requirement of a hire. Okay, a right to work law guarantees that no person can be compelled as a condition of employment to join or not join, not pay due to a labor union. Section 114B, the Taft-Hartley Act affirmatory the right of the state enacted the right to work law. Next is the Article 7. Okay, it's a right of employee of just on a favorable condition. Closely connected to the right to work, there are rights that are just to and favorable condition of work. The trade union related rights state that obligate ensure fair wages and equal pay for equal work and equal remuneration of work of equal value. So everyone here is considers equal. They only get the correct amount they are promised to be paid. And the next article is Article 8, which Article 8 states that each party state may be at times of signature or ratification of the present protocol of as- accession thereto declare that do not recognize the competence of the committee provided by the Article 6. So it's like they authorize every the current situation and the present and they analyze the problem and give a proper solution for that. Now, Article 9 is Article 9. Then the next right is the right to social security. The right to social security is recognized as human right and established the right to social security assistance for those who are unable to work due to sickness, disabilities, maternity, employment injuries, unemployment, or old age. Society security system provided before the state consists of a social insurance program which provide them earn benefits for workers and their families by employment contributed and or social assistance program which provide non-contributory benefit designed to provide minimum level of social security to person unable to access social insurance. Yeah, so it's like a basic supporting article. Next is Article 10. That's the widest possible protection of an assistant should be according to the family, which is natural and fundamental group unit of society. Particularly, it is for the establishment, and while it is responsible of for the care and education of the dependent children. Next, the next article number 11, the state parties to the present covenant recognizes the right of everyone to an adequate standard of living for himself and his family, including the adequate food, clothing, and housing, and the continuous improvement of living conditions. Um, yeah. Next article is article number 12. That is the right to health. Right to health is a economic, social, and cultural right to a universal minimum standard of health to which all individuals are entitled to. The concept or right of health has been enumerated in international agreement, which include the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and International Covenant of Economic, Social, and Cultural Right. There is a debate on the intervention and application of the right to health due to consideration of low health is defined with what minimum entitlement are encompassed. in a right to health and which institutions are responsible to ensure them the right health. So the next one is the article number 13. The law inconsistent or the degradation of the fundamental law. All law all laws in the force in territory before the commencement of constitution or inconsistent and provision of the part shall to extend such inconsistency to be avoided. Then yeah, so basic according to then next is about article 15. So it's article 15 states that the right to everyone in education. So it's like a basic right everyone should have. It's basically it's basically like one of the most important right currently implemented by the government all around the world. It was said that education is one of the most important and un I mean, invaluable source. Like the knowledge acquired in young students right now is one of the biggest treasures every country can hold, and that the article states to protect and like widen the education system all around the world. Thank you. And my next topic will be continued by my friend Rushikesh.
Hello guys, myself Rushikesh Mohite. Today we are going to talk about International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. So we'll talk first about the Article 2nd. Each state party to represent covenant undertake to the steps individually and through international assistance and cooperation, especially economic and technical, to the maximum of its available resources with a view to achieving progressively the full realization of the rights recognized in the present covenant by all appropriate means, including particularly the adoption of legislative measures. The states parties to the present covenant undertake to guarantee that the rights initiated in the present covenant will be exercised without discrimination of any kind as to race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Developing countries with due regard to human rights and their national economy may determine to what extent they would guarantee the economic rights recognized in the present covenant to national non-nationals. Article 3. The states parties to the present covenant undertake to ensure the equal right of men and women to the employment of all economic, social, and cultural rights set forth in the present covenant. In Article 4, the states parties to the present covenant recognize that in the enjoyment of those rights provided by the state in conformity with the present covenant, the state may subject such rights only to such limitations as are determined by law only insofar as this may be compatible with nature of these rights and solely for the purpose of promoting the general welfare in democratic society. In Article 5, nothing in the present covenant may be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or person and rights to engage in any activity or to perform any act aimed at destruction of any of the rights for freedoms recognized herein or at their limitation to a greater extent than is provided for in the present covenant. No restriction upon or derogation from any of the fundamental human rights recognized or existing in any country in virtue of law, conventions, regulations, or custom shall be admitted on the pretext that the present covenant does not recognize such rights or that it recognizes them to all to a lesser extent. Thank you, friends.